Yeah.
Okay.
You. So this is a video.
Yes,
It is
yeah,
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
And we're entering, we're entering the garage of awe.
it is January 4th, 2022.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is, now what's your name, sir?
Yeah. So this garage is about 70 years old, and I have been working out of this garage for about 45 years. And over that 45 years, it has served whatever purpose I needed at that time. And so it has evolved from the original sort of simple needs that I had to now the more complex and uses and needs. And over its evolution, it has combined the old with the new, and so it is an odd conglomerate of old and new. And here's a perfect example of the old. My old carpentry tool, a joiner, right here, serves the purpose of, I could still use it as a joiner if I wished, with some disassembly needed. And so grown out of the joiner is a new workstation.
Exactly.
And this is all this combination of old and new is because it's a small space, and it all has to squeeze in.
Yeah.
And I think this is very similar to how we as humans have evolved from our old ancestry,
Wow. Yeah.
ancient and all, to our new. And so, for instance, our brains are a combination of the old reptilian core, and then as the mammalian came along, it got more and more complex and adapted.
Yeah.
And it just kind of piled on and in and combined nicely. And it's very much like my garage. It's
Yeah.
the old. Here's the old table saw.
Oh, yeah.
It now serves the purpose of creating another workstation, and that's basically the gist of everything that you see here. It's an odd combination. So, what happens when you keep quite an inventory of stuff, which my current interests and all require more stuff than ever. It requires the need to keep track of your stuff. And if you don't, it all falls apart.
Now it is.
Oh, you mean it wasn't going all that time?
Not the whole time. I don't think the whole time, yeah.
Well,
That happens, it happens.
Was it on?
Up to the best.
So in my now former work, so I pulled quite a few tools out of here, but what I'm doing now requires more smaller tools, and so this particular stack is probably my go-to stack. So I have little cutting tools. So this is my organization. Little cutting tools, sharp. Little cutting tools again.
Yeah.
Here, scissors and then here, tiny little kind of more plier kind of tools. Here, even tweezers count.
Well, yeah.
Tweezers, little doctor's surgical tools count. These are all kind of graspers and everything. That's my that category. Then here is little screwdrivers, tiny little screwdrivers. There's an assortment of little screwdrivers, and then it gets a little more diverse. Little tools and little tools. Okay. And then here's this little stack. Another way that I've organized. These are little coffee can lids.
Oh, yeah.
And here we have razor blades. These are razor blades that have been mounted on a little stick.
Oh.
Makes them real handy.
Clever.
Yep. And then here's little cutting tools.
Wait,
And-
didn't get a chance.
Oh,
to
little
see
cutting tools.
that. Okay, yeah.
More little cutting tools. These are little razor blades that have been further adapted. You see the small little.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
yeah.
you go. So in my mind, whenever I need a little cutting tool, I know right where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Which
you
is very,
explain-
very handy.
I was curious about these. Why
Oh,
those
that's
are
a
in
further identification. I
Oh.
kind of needed extra little reference because I use a little screwdriver a lot. So
Yeah.
so here's a stack of things, and they're all the same. So
Yeah.
that gets to be a little problem. So
Yeah.
that's a little tag.
there. Yeah.
That's all
okay.
that is, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
didn't. And could you?
Yeah.
We saw earlier these tiny drills.
Oh, these are all little tools, basically, a collection of little tools. And for instance, this is actually a little tool right here. It looks just like a little pin.
Right.
This particular, well, this actually is a little pin,
Okay.
but some of these little pins, I'm not quite sure. Ah,
There's
it's
one.
really hard to look,
It's like
but
a-
at the end has
like a
been
thread.
modified.
Can't you thread it or something?
Well, it's been
Can you zero
flattened.
in on that, Chris?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know
It's
about
kind of hard to
yeah.
see, but anyway, yeah. Trust me, that's a special little tool.
Ah.
Let's see. Here's. That's just okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, here. Here is. This is a special little tool. This is actually the top of a large sewing needle, probably a sailmaker's needle, and you can see that I've opened up the little threaded eye, so that now I have a little tool with two little things that I can use for real special little uses. There was once that I needed it, and so now I always have it. And there it is. And all these little things in here are special little tools that I've
Were there
used over.
drill-
And so rather
there
than just using them once and throwing it away, I
Is
stick
this
them
where
in
the
here.
drills are?
What?
Is this where the drills are? The little
The,
tiny
the drills?
I thought you had little tiny drills.
Yeah, there's a little collection of tiny little drills over there in that little
Oh.
plastic index.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I have then I use little drills. So here's my little
Yeah.
drill collection
Yeah.
right here. Anyway, it goes on and on. Here's scissors. I use those quite a bit. They're
Yeah,
right there.
sure.
Everything that I use quite a bit is pretty much at eye level and accessible. Pretty
So
much.
if this whole garage were evolution, this would be humans, right?
This would be this would be
the
is starting to get pretty
apex.
yeah this might be chimpanzee.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not quite sure about the human, but
Yeah, I'm interested in going back to the origins, the evolutionary origins, back to the lizard brain.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Yeah, here it is. I use little rubber bands quite a bit, so here's my little
Yeah,
collection.
yeah. Man, I wish you'd come back and help.
Here, I'll get that.
Yeah.
You film.
I thought just that if you could come back and organize my studio, I really need help.
Well, you got to do it yourself. Otherwise, it doesn't stick.
Right. Makes sense. Total.
You got to know. You got to know where stuff is.
Yeah, I could use some consultation.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Here's some of the old stuff, heavy,
Oh,
Oh my
clunky.
goodness.
Although I will use chains a little bit in my glider wheel.
You've got a winch here. That looks like a come along or something.
That's good. Yeah, come on. These are winch. These are more winch tools
Oh, okay.
associated with my winch down
Oh,
there. Yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh wow. Huh.
So what I've discovered in my sort of like too much stuffness world is that if one thing that really helps keep it organized and accessible is if it is out where you can see it.
That's
Oh, yeah.
So this is a little old
Oh, with magnets, yeah.
cabinet.
kids locker. kind of
Yeah,
like school
lockers
locker.
that I've turned into little cabinets. And because it's metal, so these little magnets
Magnets,
keep track of some of my stuff.
Oh,
And that's one
really
way
cool.
that I keep track of my stuff.
Look at these little magnets too.
Yeah, little magnets. Yeah,
What is that one?
Yeah, they all have little magnets.
That's
Yep.
a little thing you might want to need.
That little bag, yeah.
Little
Little
bag.
bag. Sometimes you want to put things
Perfect
in a little
bag.
bag,
Oh,
so
I
there's
would
a little
love some
extra
of
little
those,
bag. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it all makes sense. And then in my okay.
Okay. Yeah.
In my sort of need to keep organized and stuff, I have a category over here, which is stuff that hasn't been placed in a box somewhere. And
Yeah.
here, this is
that's
my stuff that needs to yet be put someplace,
Uh-huh.
and it's just a bicycle wheel.
That is so great.
And I made these little hangers
Yeah.
that I can
yeah.
put in here, you know, little sandwich
right.
bags,
Right,
so
right.
I can see them. Yeah, yeah. This is my prayer. This is my Tibetan prayer wheel. See? Yep. And
So
yep,
these are
stuff. Yeah.
To
stuff.
organize. This is the to-do list right here.
This is things that I need that really need to find a better home. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, they're right here. And then when I get the sort of time or inclination, or I'm sort of frustrated with something I'm doing, and I need a little time out,
Oh, there
I'll
you
just
go.
come over here and
Start
work
doing
and
it.
kind of keep this thinned out, because if it gets too full,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't work
It
very
doesn't
well
work.
either.
That's right.
You got to be able
Exactly.
to see them to keep track of them. So in that need to kind of like see them and keep track of them, I've evolved a system of plastic boxes that
Chris,
Yeah,
you got
I
to
know.
follow the
I know.
speaker.
the plastic boxes that I can see. So you can see that I've labeled a fair amount of them, and some of them that aren't labeled, it's obvious what's in there. So I can look up here and see them. And this is organized in the same realm of eye level is the most important.
Oh.
Up higher and down lower, less important, but still you can kind of see them. And so then I have boxes up here that I can't get to.
Oh.
So what? You think, well,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
No.
Well, I've solved that problem
Oh.
with a special tool. Yeah, everybody should have one of these. I've never seen one before in my life. I don't think anybody has one. Oh, there's somebody out there must have one. So I say, okay, this is the box that I want to look at. I can't reach it, so I can pull it out
Bingo.
and then bring it down,
Whoa.
and there it
is
is,
so
the little
amazing.
box that I couldn't reach.
Wow.
And we have here.
What is in it?
Well,
you hardly
that's
ever
yeah,
need.
that's the fascinating. And here is sandpaper.
Oh, perfect.
Really?
Yeah, that's sandpaper.
No, that's where you keep your sandpaper?
Well, some of it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but basically.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Uh huh. Yeah.
You can have a good handle, better handle on there. You could put a better handle
I
on the end
could.
of that.
Oh yeah. Well, you can see I cranked this out.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, it was a little too short and not quite strong enough. So I came up with
Yeah.
a little supplemental section in here, and so it evolved.
Yeah,
it became
yeah.
the tool that it needed to
Evolution.
be.
It was part of
Tim pointed
evolution.
out that it could even be better. Yeah.
Maybe a mutation would help.
Yeah, mutation. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is all kind of, yeah, this is very mutant. Yeah. So that's how, and here, so,
Oh, yeah.
so there's stuff. Long things, they hang here conveniently. So whenever I think, measure or straight edge or a long thing, I go here.
Yep, yep.
More stuff. Now here's things that are in a brown box. Brown boxes are disaster. Because
Yeah.
you put things in a brown box,
Never
and
seen
guess what?
that.
It's in a brown box, and there's brown boxes all over. It's virtually lost by the very next day. Yeah. And so brown boxes,
Brown box
they
disease.
need to have labels. And so early on, when I realized the problem with brown boxes, I came up with this little label system. I painted the front of the brown box white,
Ah.
and I came up with, and then I here painted it white, and if it needed it, and then I had this little template here that I could draw this little little box around.
Uh-huh.
And then I wrote in there what it was. And here I even thought that it needed to have a little red outline. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
brown box, this
Now-
miscellaneous 4 goes back quite a ways.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
in the
interesting
evolution
to
of things.
Explore.
But since but the brown box, even with a name on it, Smallwood, drip. You wonder what drip? That's
Yeah.
irrigation drip system kind of stuff, basically.
Well,
Yeah. There was
you
a
can
whole
only use
stack.
the-
There was a whole stack of glider boxes. That glider 4, glider 3, glider 1. And so that's a old box.
you
But
can
I found that the clear plastic
Better,
boxes, they work
Yeah.
so much better. And so it's a combination of the old. And
I saw some glasses somewhere else too. So you've got like these are way back here. So
yeah, there's
They're-
probably some dark glasses and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I so I constantly need maybe like to keep stuff going into the trash. That helps the stuff thing, keep down to a workable
That's
level.
not very big for trash. You don't have much trash.
Oh yeah, that fills up pretty quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
these things.
More the stuff that's
Long,
so long,
skinny
it's
things,
in
yeah.
these tubes.
This is categorized
Yeah,
as far as shape.
this particular tube here is just
Whoa.
just
Oh, look at
it's
the
just filled.
container here.
Yeah.
And it's a PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
Yeah, little stuff.
I'd like to see your straws.
Here's one that's a tin can, and what is this? Something else. Oh,
Yeah,
a tennis ball can.
Yeah. So a lot of these things are just things that I have that I've adapted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is to adapt tools to either provide an extra function or a function or a totally new function. And I don't know.
Cameraman, could you get the U-bend
Okay, the more you.
under here? All the
U-bends
U-bends.
under here.
There's like
U-bend.
at least 50 U-bends.
Yeah, you band.
You
Yeah.
bend for little rags and
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
What else?
basically
Now this is very old stuff in here. Like this is
this is pretty much the gist of things.
Look at the.
Steve. This
Whoa.
this is like
God.
the oldest stuff back here, right? Here's
Yeah,
files.
that's old stuff.
That's like
Uh-huh.
ancient,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's an old card file.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3x5 card
Oh
file.
man.
Yeah. Back in the
Look at
days
that.
when that was how things, information was organized.
Yeah.
Before computers and everything, they had
Well, that
card
was
files. And so,
computers now. That's quite up to at least the 20th century, really.
oh
You know,
yeah,
if you
well,
look
yeah.
at the evolution.
Uh-huh.
This is a very miscellaneous drawer.
Yeah.
You've got some miscellaneous drawers back here.
Well, yeah.
It's got a
some of
brush
them,
thing.
Some of them are mixed.
Airbrush.
Yeah.
Could be
That's-
useful.
That's a dog. That's an old
Oh,
dog.
dog.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw the hair in
That
it.
makes
the dog.
sense. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How about these things?
yeah, these are little tools that go to a Dremel.
Oh, and these
Basically.
sand things. What
Huh?
miscellaneous things? Yeah.
Well, they're pretty specific.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a tool that I made somewhat recently. I needed to get in deep, so I added this extra. This looks like a Dremel, and then this holds it so that it's controlled.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would be
isn't it?
very useful.
Oh yeah, this is really. I use that quite a
That's
bit.
great.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another tool that I've done pretty much the same thing. It's a carbide little grinder tip, and I can put this together here and pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of like tool making almost back here. You know, it seems like
Yeah. Well, this is my heavy duty workbench that
Yeah.
I made.
Really, it's beautiful,
Very,
too.
very heavy duty.
Yeah.
And from materials that I salvaged out of a old warehouse demolition many years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. More you, Ben.
So there you go.
So would you say that you have a lot of room left in here?
I have a bit. There's more.
There is,
I
I
can
see-
I can
I see
stuff it.
space.
I can stuff it in. I can stuff in more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But are
But I
you?
try to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In equals out. is what you got to do.
Well, it helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, yeah. Too
What
much
about,
in and
don't you
you're-
have other storage
I
places?
do. Yeah.
You have the
There's
camper now
The campers
and the playhouse
my truck
and the truck. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get, it gets kind of a
Well, is
stuff
there
in our attic. And,
Like up here is very old stuff, probably.
Wing-
Wing,
stuff, yeah.
wing cones. That's not old.
what's that?
Wing cones.
They're over here, Steve. If you look,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're right there.
that would be.
Yeah, that's
Right.
actually kind of old, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need stuff up there too much.
Yeah.
So in the realm of getting stuff stuck in here, you can sorry, Nancy. You can see here to access this little inventory.
Oh.
Right here, you've got to close the garage door. because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
stuff of a certain nature
Yeah.
up there.
What about the new stuff?
Oh, that's the odd name of a particular covering. Yeah, it's not that it's new, but that's somebody didn't have a name for it, so they called it the new stuff,
New
and
stuff.
it stuck. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
odd thing. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, there you go.
Could we see what you're working on this glide?
Oh well, yeah. So this is my current This is where I do a lot of the current projects. Right here, where I can stand right here.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of what you call a workstation. It constantly needs to be like cleared out and cleaned up and everything.
Exactly.
This is probably about average density of stuff when I'm actually working on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's about like this. So so there's obviously some degree of order and a little bit of sort of chaos and here's a project that I started that I'm kind of like maybe going to get back to. Separate little project. Yeah. Anyway, so it's over here in a U-Band coffee lid. Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. I just wanted to see this.
Oh yeah.
What's
So this
happening
is
here?
this is a plane that I fly quite a bit, a glider, and I have ordered a new one, and it's coming, and it's coming from Lithuania of all places. Very, very
Wow.
interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And so in the meantime, before it comes, there's things that I need to create for the new glider.
Oh.
And so
Oh,
here
yeah.
I am working on a little wiring harness for the new glider. And the little wire inventory, this little wire is very special and dear. I collect it from various odd sources. And you can't buy it. You just have to be resourceful and know how to scrounge for these things. And if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out how to do it. So that's basically what we have here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much. This is like,
go.
what a privilege. I don't need to be on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is. It's an honor and a privilege.
It's ongoing.
And
yeah.
we will be very sensitive with how we share this.
Oh, good.
Basically,
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a very interesting. Yeah. So,
I hope you're not in the glider. We won't divulge this to the Glider Association, the newsletter. You know.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The latest Glider magazine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
I think we could learn a lot from what you've shown us.
Oh well, yeah. People and their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. One solution to that is to not have much stuff.
Yeah. Here, here.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We'll have another interview
Oh,
in
okay.
the coming
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. All right.